Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. We're talking about the stock market today, more specifically where it has been going over the last couple of days. There's a lot of updates and news that I want to get into and make sure that you guys are aware of, more specifically what stocks we're buying, which one of the best ways to know exactly what stocks we're buying on a daily basis is to join our free Discord with the first link down in the description below. That's what I'm in right now. We have a completely free section that you guys can take advantage of. We also do free alerts in there as well as a host of other options as well, including a little bit of free education that you guys can take use of in the meantime. Also, if you guys want to join our premium, all you have to do is go over to the join us category, hit one of these links, head on over to here, and you guys can join up with one of the various tiers that we have, and in general get access to our daily buy and sell alerts. But look at what the S&P 500 index is doing right now, guys. So the start of the trading session into kind of the mid-afternoon was relatively boring. There wasn't much happening in general, as you can see from this price action right here, right? A lot of chop, not really a clear direction being made in either up or down direction, and just in general, nothing much happening there. That was until this massive spike right here. We saw a huge spike, a lot of profit takers at the top of that candle, and then obviously a subsequent pullback, touched the top of the MA lines, and then bounced right off, really signifying that the overall momentum had switched to being bullish, at least for the day. And now we're continuing to trend that way as the end of the market session draws closer. Now, the question is this just a nice little end of the day Thursday rally, or are we going to see continue higher highs in tomorrow's market session? Only way we can really understand that is looking at the overall environment of why the stocks are doing this, and more specifically why the indexes are doing this. And this is probably the best place to start. Dow pops more than 250 points as stocks try to shake off higher rates. And here's a little bit about that. So the Dow Jones Industrial Average was popped by 266 points, which is about a 0.8% increase. We also saw Salesforce boost the Dow, rallying about 12% today on a strong quarter and forward guidance. Salesforce is a very interesting growth play that a lot of you guys have asked me about in the comments before to actually do some technical analysis. Not a lot of volume with this specific stock as of right now. Love this. Obviously need to get the pro version of TradingView, but this is what we're looking at right now, right? A huge pop after those quarter earning results and a subsequent kind of a consolidation around these price levels right here. This is kind of an undertraded stock, guys. Not much momentum or really large pushes in either direction from kind of more of a macro sense, but when we kind of really zoom in on some of these specific movements, we can really see where this overall stock popped up. I wouldn't be buying at these levels personally after this large pop, just because overall it's going to be a little bit overbought at these levels, and I feel like I won't be getting as good of a deal. One of the things that is talked about heavily right now is the rise in bond yields. This is a concern of a potentially larger than expected hike from the Federal Reserve, and that's fueled investor concern in the recent days, putting a dent in the early 2023 rally. And please keep this in mind, guys, that the overall stock market is still very, very bearish, right? So don't get too comfortable with these types of breakouts, with these spikes in price, right? This is pretty substantial considering we haven't really seen some movement like this in a couple of days. However, keeping that in mind, again, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a bunch of profit takers towards the end of today's market intraday trading session, and if we opened up tomorrow in the red. We'll have to look at the overall futures and indices to see where that ends up going, and of course what that ends up being at the end of the day. But this is overall the way we've been moving with the S&P 500 index in general, and I'm not really expecting a clear, distinct difference, especially if we kind of zoom out to like the month chart, for instance. This is very, very small on the grand scale of things, right? We can zoom back, and the only high we really hit was around the 417 level. We've dropped down to about 396 as it's trading right now. But again, keeping all of that in mind, guys, one of the best places to get access to information like this and to get our thoughts on all of these different things happening in the stock market is to join our free Discord with the first link down in the description below. It's an amazing community full of like-minded individuals, all on the same path to learning more about the stock market and, of course, how to become better traders as well. Plus, we have access, obviously, to premium, where you guys can get access to our daily buy and sell alerts that we post on a daily basis. If any of that sounds interesting, it's the first link down in the description below. But other than that, guys, that's all I have for you guys today. I'm Kyle with Finance Bro. Take it easy.